Hi lovelies, this is our full day in Florence where we went to the Pitti Palace and the Duomo and we had a lovely walk around the streets. There is definitely something to be said about literally just wandering the streets of Florence. That in itself is worth a visit, seriously. It's really cool, it's made out of all white, pink and green and well grey I guess.
A little bit of gold.
Marble. So now we are on our way to the Palatine Hill, I think that's what it is.
Palatine.
Is it Palatine?
It's Palatine Gallery.
Okay, well we're on our way to the Palatine Gallery. It's our first wintry day, absolutely freezing. I think it's like 4 degrees out, which is in centigrade.
It's not that cold, it's a little cool. It doesn't feel like 4 degrees. It's not 4 degrees New Zealand in any case.
It's 80% humidity, so it feels freezing. So yeah, but anyway, these streets that we're walking through, it's much more narrow here than in Rome, which I wasn't expecting because Rome was already pretty narrow, and the buses here are insane, but still a very cool place. It's very, very cute, little back streets, and dinner last night was really good as well.
GPS doesn't work when you're in between two narrow buildings.
Oh.
So navigating is a little bit on the tricky side sometimes.
Okay.
I should have started up when we were in the big square and we'll be fine, but yeah, can't find us.
Well, okay. Interesting to know.
There, it's got us, but yeah.
It struggled to find us.
Radius.
Okay, cool. We're heading up to the Rialto bridge and the whole place is just stunning, and we're in for a bit of an engineering lesson from my beloved Brandon at the moment because, you know, engineers, they love this sort of stuff. So that's how they control the flow of water?
To a degree, yes, but what it does is it stops the water eating the area out if you create concrete over it, or it's controlled. Really?
It's so cute.
I like these lampposts to be like cute.
Yeah, they are, they're really cute. So we're actually on our way to Ponte Vecchio, or the Rialto bridge. Obviously gonna buy a hell of a lot of gold because we're such ballers. But yeah, this is like one of the most famous bridges in the world. It's like got the gold merchants from like way back when. And lots of things have been passed down through the families, so it'd be really cool to see actually. I mean, I don't know how some of these structures actually stay on because it looks like they've just been tacked on with blue tack. It's very cool. Heading up along the river, you'll come across the Galileo Museum, which we didn't visit, but I'm actually kind of gutted that we didn't because it looked really cool. And then this is the outside of the Uffizi Gallery where we took you to yesterday, and if you haven't seen that vlog yet, I'll have a link to it down below because it's so worth going there and just seeing this stuff. The whole place is stunning, basically. And this is all on the walk up to the Rialto bridge. Just look over the river, just take a moment because the architecture here is gorgeous, and they've got this awesome shutter system where if you have green shutters, that means it's residential. If you've got red ones, that means I think it's business, and there's another colour for something like royalty. It's a really interesting history to actually look into, and like obviously we've hit the bridge now. That is just, see what we mean about it being like stuck on? It's very cool. And casual awkward photo shoot as well. And just walking down these streets, there's a lot of cobblestones. Shoes before you head to the bridge. This is adorable and shiny. So very shiny. Oh my gosh. And before you ask, no, we did not actually buy anything from here because it's just way too far out of our price range, but you know, window shopping's still fun, and you know when you're somewhere fancy when they've got doors like this. Oh my gosh. All the locals just coming through on their through fare. There you got us. just kept walking for a bit further, and of course we hit the amazing and beautiful Pitti Palace. This place is just gorgeous. It's a Monday, so it was closed, but you could still go around the gardens, which is exactly what we did. Cute! Can you make me a garden like this, Mr. Greenfingers?
With a private fountain on the top that you can only get to, occasionally view when you're in the top level of the building.
Yeah, why not? That sounds like a great plan. Why can't you do that for me? Don't you love me anymore? These gardens take up so much space. I think they're about 5 times the size of the actual palace itself, but they are just beautiful, so well kept, and in summer you see lots and lots of tourists, but in winter not so much, so it's perfect time to go for that.
He's noticed you.
And make sure to actually go up to the sides, and there's little secret passageways where you can see the actual city itself. The whole place is just beautiful. As you can see from these pictures I'm showing you, everything is architecturally designed and it's just done in such an artistically beautiful way. All these gardens, I couldn't actually find the time to show you everything, but the Tuscan villas that you can see, oh, I just want to go back there so badly. Everywhere is just beautiful. It's an idyllic place, and obviously in summer it will look a lot brighter and more vibrant than this. This is in the middle of winter that we went, and you can see it's still a gorgeous place to go. I don't think it cost us anything to go here. I'll have a link down below to the actual website itself, but it's worthwhile. You can actually go to this awesome little place that we went to where they've got those beautiful chandeliers. They've got other ornaments and plates and like gorgeous dinner sets. It's very, very cool, and there's lots and lots of Instagram shots for you guys that are keen on that, because everywhere here is just made like a painting. It's all beautiful and gorgeous and so worth the visit. And then before you know it, it was time for lunch, so we headed off to Gustavo's restaurant because I'd heard about it on TripAdvisor. So yeah, we've just finished lunch and we're heading off to the Duomo now. I definitely would not be recommending that place for lunch though. I mean,
vegans,
like,
no.
Nah, not for us. If you looking for something that is gonna cater for vegans well, it's not just like grilled vegetables.
Unfortunately, there just wasn't enough good vegan options.
Yeah, and even his pasta, that was totally made with cheese, and we were saying like vegan, and
that was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, but you only discover that once you've eaten it.
Yeah,
so we didn't send it back because that would be like wasteful anyway.
So you don't know until you cut into it and put it in your mouth.
Yeah, he was like, oh, but this one's vegan. So I was like, okay, cool.
Well, that's the back of the menu does say our staff is trained in it. So surprise.
Yeah. Oh well. Very impressive. So we go around the front this way. And seriously, just go up close to the building and have a look at the architectural genius that actually went into the creation of this. This is the bell tower, and we didn't get to climb that. So what we actually did was we went to the Museum of Opera of Santa Maria Fiore. Sorry, I'm so bad at pronunciation. And inside this actual museum, like, you see all of like the casts that they used to create the sculptures on it, and you learn a whole heap about the history and how it was architecturally designed. And of course you get to see like really interesting things about the dome, which of course we will be showing you later on because we're climbing this. And you see inside here, like, it's got all of like the architectural drawings and the way that they'd actually wanted to paint the fresco on the ceiling, which by the way is both stunning and scary at the same time because it's like heaven and hellscape. So if disturbing images get to you, you might be a little bit disturbed by some of the things that you see. And by the way, this is like a well or something underneath, and you kind of feel like a badass flying. It's very cool. And what you can do as well, you can go inside the actual cathedral. Obviously some people do use it to pray, so you're not allowed to talk in there, but then you go down this set of stairs as well, and it kind of goes down to the catacombs. I was a little bit creeped out because obviously this is where a whole bunch of dead people are, but if you can handle that, it's really interesting and worthwhile going. And then what we did is we went and headed home to like rest our feet, maybe put on something warmer, because we wanted to go up to the Duomo and climb that massive staircase wearing a bit more warmer clothes for me, rest our feet beforehand because there's hundreds of steps as well. And staircases like this you'll come across quite a bit when you're actually walking around Florence. This is just in our apartment building. Vecchio. Once you've walked through those daunting doorways, have a little look around, because then you're about to head up your long ascent to the top. And you can actually sort of see the dome inside, but honestly this is like the state of the steps are actually kept in very good condition. It's very narrow and it can get quite dark, so definitely good luck because that's 463 steps. And luckily there's little breaks, so these are like sculptures that are actually on the building itself. I don't know if these were the originals, but they're just gorgeous pieces of like art. Even if you're not religious, they were just amazing. And then you head up another couple of spiral staircases, and before you know it, you're up at the dome. It says keep going please, so like people can't stop. It's really beautiful. Yeah, some is a bit scary. So I've just made it up to the top of the Duomo, and oh my gosh, the view is breathtaking. But I will have to say, if you're claustrophobic in any way, you will probably hate this because it's so cramped. You've got people coming up and down at the same time. But I honestly think it's well worth it.
It is well worth it. Absolutely beautiful up here. Very cramped, so if you're claustrophobic, scared of heights, probably not the best.
Yeah.
But if you can handle it, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, do it. It's over 200 steps as well, but they kind of break it up as you saw from like the footage as well. So
yeah, so you get to have a good look inside the dome, halfway-ish up. To have a walk around, and then on the way back at the same sort of break, you could have a look at the dome and the frescoes on the dome.
Yeah, but the steps at the end, oh my gosh, they are so steep.
They're like triple steps.
So yeah, make sure you're wearing comfortable shoes, and yeah, it's very narrow. But honestly, this is magical. Love it. I'm so glad that we did this.
Yeah.
So glad.
Absolutely beautiful.
Now it's time to go back down and get some dinner.
Twilight hours as well, so.
Yeah, twilight hour. Honestly, like I was a bit worried that it wouldn't be this pretty, but it's stunning.
Yeah.
Then it was time for dinner, so we decided to go to Universo Vegano yet again because it's just delicious. And the variety of food, like I said before, is huge. Now I just wanted to be able to show you the inside of the place. It's really clean and green and vibrant, and then when you look down at the cabinet, they've actually got quite a range of like desserts and other side dishes, and yeah, it's all very, very tempting because everything is vegan and amazing. And like I said before, the food here is incredibly cheap. This is the falafels with vegan aioli. Like, yes, it's vegan aioli and it's so good. So we actually got our dinner takeaway. We went back to Universo Vegano because, oh my gosh, it was really good last time. Like, the wait was long, but totally worth it. And so we've got a couple of pizzas and dessert because it's been a long day. And yeah, we just kind of want to be at home, to be honest with you. You know, like when you've spent ages out, it's freezing cold, it's the first cold wintry day, I just, yeah, want to be at home. So anyway, let's show you the pizza. Ooh, this must be the fresh vegetable one, which looks very interesting and yummy. And this is the one that was meant to have like some fake meat on it, but they couldn't actually do that for us, but instead we've got courgettes and capers, so it'll be a cool, interesting flavour. And I couldn't resist the cabinet, so I actually also got dessert for us both as well. So we've got a tiramisu, and then we've got a chocolate cake, and this is meant to have like, I think it's nectarine, yeah, so it's meant to be nectarine in that one as well, so really yummy. So all of this actually came to like €25.50 or something. I'm like, in comparison to lunch, which was like, what, like €54 for that? Hey honey.
Yeah, €54.
Yeah, like, much rather support these guys because they cater for us. So yeah, and we're hungry. So
and they make great food.
Yeah, and the food is awesome, honestly. And the person that works there, she's so lovely. I think that she actually owns the place, but she's awesome. She gave us those falafel for free because she thought that we were waiting too long. So I can't complain about getting free food as well. Let's eat.
Yep.
So this is what we've been having for breakfast over the past couple of days. Just a whole bunch of oats with soy milk. Just really nice and easy, and it's so easy to actually find soy milk here, but oats was a little bit tricky. And we just chuck some jam in there and have a bit of sugar. Keeps us going for ages, because obviously like this is like a decent sized breakfast. It's got some protein in it. And it's nice and warming, especially when it's winter. And so then this is when we're actually going to be heading off to Venice that same day. So we wanted to have a decent breakfast, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and do subscribe because we'd love you to join us for the rest of the journey.